once again professional K1 over three 3-minute rounds of action. And this is the ISKA professional British title defence. So would you welcome first into the blue corner, the challenger for the title. He's from Sweatbox, Slimane. His opponent into the red corner. He is the current and defending ISKA professional British champion, representing Pride Combat, Jacob Wells.
We have Slimane in the blue corner, Jacob Wells in the red. Our final bout tonight is the professional British title defence over three 3-minute rounds of Jacob Wells' title against Slimane. And this is a tough test. Aaron is a really good K1 performer at professional level. He's been in on the biggest stages, and although he is the champion due to his absolute raw power, Jacob will be the first to admit he's still learning the K1 trade. But when you win a title, you've just got to defend it. It doesn't matter if you've had 1 bout, 2 bouts, 3 bouts. When you're the champ, you're there to be shot at. And this is a tough shot for Wells. Slimane is a slick competitor, and as I said, he's been around on the biggest platforms. And I love Slimane's K1 technique. It's fluid, hands and feet together. He kicks low, he brings the knee in instinctively, whereas it's not instinctive for Jacob Wells. For me, he's still transitioning, and Slimane just missed with that knee, but doubles up with the kick. Big start from the challenger. He's the taller of the two young men, but you can see there, the moment the Wells left hand landed, it just temporarily rocked Slimane. Wells carries absolute dynamite in his fists. But in terms of K1, this is still a big learning curve for the champion, and this is his biggest curve of all. Slimane, as you can see, slick and accurate. Jumps in with that knee again, throws the right and lefts, backs the champion up. Side kick there from Wells, off balance, turns him. Slimane spins with the side kick, lands it. Wells took it well, then has to block the round kick, and you can see the fluidity of Slimane's work. Caught with the left again though, but immediately drives in the left knee, right hand, right leg. That's the fluid K1 I'm on about. Little feints from Slimane. Wells looked to come in with the left and the big right, but a bit hesitant from the champion. I think he realises Slimane is a slick competitor. Throws that round kick midsection. Wells gives ground. Looks to come in with the heavy hands. Slimane looks immediately for the knee and then his own kick, his own hands, and then the low kick on the end. Wells has to give ground once more. Pushing forward, Slimane backs up. Takes the low kick, fires back with the hands, and then chops at that lead thigh of Wells. And this is where Wells, I think, has to really develop, with the way that K1 will chop at those thighs, will bring that low kick into every combination. And this is where I said it's the learning curve for Jacob Wells in terms of adapting to that. As I said, he's got God-given power. He's been on the circuit. He's experienced, but not experienced in this discipline. He's an honest young man as well, though. He'll admit his faults, he'll admit what he needs to work on. And for me, he's the champion, but he's lost that opening round to the pure K1 technique of Slimane here, who did everything right. He got caught just the once with the left hand, but his K1 technique, for me, dominated the rest of that round. And if I'm in his corner, I'm going to say, let's keep it going this way, keep it at range, keep the K1 going. If I was in Wells's corner, I'd say, you've got to work to your strength. You've got to go in there, you've got to get inside those long legs and those leg kicks and box the man. You've got to let those heavy hands go. Wells has to let those heavy hands go, because if Slimane keeps targeting that lead leg with that chopping low kick, it could be a hard night for the current champion. But for me, Wells needs to close the gap. And there you saw the moment he lands with the left hand, Slimane gives ground. This is for me now the balance between the two. Slimane keeping this at that fluid K1 technique and that dangerous knee. If that knee connects cleanly, Wells is out of there. And for Slimane, he's got to watch the Wells boxing. What a beautiful setup this is now. Wells needs to, look, you can see slight frustration there for him. He knows he's up against it here. But each time he gets close, you think he's got an opportunity with those hands. Slimane has to stay focused and disciplined. Chop at the legs of Wells, bring that knee in, and when he gets the opportunity, bring that knee in as he has done before, so close to landing to the face there. What a setup. There's the ranges for you. Wells can't afford to be here. He needs to get in, work his man, and let the bombs that he carries in each hand fly. That's what he's looking for now, getting in close. Slimane looked for that knee. Wells blocked it with the forearm, but that'll hurt as well. That's better from Wells, stepping inside and throwing the punch. He's got to be moving in all the time. Now he risks catching the knee. He risked being caught, but he risked just losing unanimously on points if he stays at this range. He needs to step in and throw the bombs. Slimane just pushes him away. He knows where he wants this to be. He's bobbing, he's moving nicely. Wells stepping forward, Slimane with the knee, and the right hand lands cleanly in the left leg. This is the fluidity. This is where he wants the range. This is where Wells has got to step in and negate that. There, the right hand lands, and each and every time it lands, you feel that it could be the start of something for Wells. He's got to do it more frequently, because he's still losing this round. He's the champion, but it's the challenger for me that is taking the opener and is taking this second. Oh, that's better from Wells. There's the right hand. He's just beginning to get the range now. Just beginning to get in closer and let the bombs flow. Stepping in consistently now. He's looking to keep that range closer. And it's just beginning to suit him. Throws that kick. Slimane slips around it, but that left and right landed again. The knee. That's the danger for Wells as he works close and gets his hands going. It's the Slimane knee. It's instinctive from Slimane. He throws it well. He throws it consistently. Well, 2 down, and I've got the champion behind on the scorecards. Now, 3/4 of the way through that second, he started to really close the gap and just let his hands start going. He needs a finish for me in the third. For me, I've got Aaron Slimane 2 rounds to the good with a third and final round. But 3/4 of the way, sporting from both men, 3/4 of the way through that second, I think that Wells began to find the range he was most comfortable at, and it's not a shock to me that he closed the gap so quickly here in the third. Look, he's done it again. He's been told by the corner, you're losing, you need to get your God-given gifts going. That's the hands. You need to be in close. You need to get the bombs going because you're 2 rounds down. Slimane, for me so far, the perfect tactics. But now Wells is beginning to get close and let those hands flow. Slimane matches him. But that's what Wells wants. He'll prefer a boxing match. He'll want Slimane training with him. What he won't want is that knee coming up. That's what he's got to avoid. Throws the right and left. And even at close quarters, Wells can generate power. Lands with that left and right, and you can see he's throwing far more consistently here in the third. Slimane looks to his corner. He's got to stay focused and disciplined because Wells is looking to unload. Oh, there's the danger. Wells took that knee well. There's the danger for him. And Slimane straight back on. Wells has to go for broke here. He has to risk that to get those punches going. But that was a beautiful knee from Slimane. And if it stays this way, it's a 3-round shutout for the challenger. Wells pushing straight forward again. Tight guard now. He's always got a chance while he's there. And while he can still throw a punch, steps away from the knee this time. Throws his own kick to set up those punches. But the clock's ticking on this bout. Wells steps forward, the overhand right and the left. He's looking to get these punches in the way now. He's got to get them thrown. Every second that ticks by, that title's going away from him. You can hear the corner saying, let's go, work, work, work. They know. Stiff jab from it. There's the right hand. He lands it clean. And for the first time, Slimane is rocking and rolling. There's the power that can be generated at close range from Wells. He doesn't need backlift. Overhand right lands. It's instinctive then. It lands again. The left follows, and he's heavy-handed with both. And suddenly, Slimane is all over the place, and he goes down. This is what Wells was waiting for. This is what the opportunity, when he's given, he can take. The sheer raw power of the man. He's turned this bout on its head. Has he got enough time to finish it? He'll want to do exactly the same. For the first time, Slimane is under real pressure and in real difficulty. He's saying he's okay, but Wells bangs and he's straight back there. Straight back in. He knows this is his opportunity now. This is the way he can retain his title. He's got to keep those shots going. Slimane has got to regroup and hang on. He was taking it on points, but Wells has got the bit between his teeth, and that right hand again. The sheer raw power of the man has brought victory from defeat. That big booming overhand right. No backlift. He carries such raw power. And Slimane turns away. The right lands again. Mike Belgrave is in. And this man retains his title. He's still on a learning curve in K1. But when you've got power like that, you're always in with a chance. Jacob Wells retains his title in devastating style in the third round. He lost the first two. He was losing the third from me. But from the moment he landed in the third round, he capitalised, and big KO in the third. Look at his face, he knows. Look what it means to Wells. He pulled that one out of the fire. You've got to feel for Aaron Slimane, textbook performance, but Wells, the raw power, retains the title.